I knew how to do blob jobs and cold solder joints like crazy, but I learned.
Yeah, Ken. Yeah, I did a little bit of plumbing sweating when we did radiant heat back in the 80s. People didn't really know what it was. You know, I know you know what it is. And, yeah, when you had to set the boiler up and everything, and sweat all the pipes around to the tubing and stuff, man. Yeah, you couldn't fuck up, man. I tell you what, especially when they pour the concrete. If you got a leak and they pour the concrete, you're done.
Yeah, we had a few houses that we did the tubing in the pad, set it up with 5 different zones in the one place. Nice cute little boiler in the garage there to circulate that stuff. Yeah, we were right there when they poured that concrete. We didn't want them darn concrete guys like messing up that tubing, you know.
Oh yeah, poke a hole in it. Yeah. Yeah, I worked for Sunrise Radiant Heat back in the day, and yeah, it's cool ass heating, man. There were people running that stuff into the garage floors, so they had nice warm concrete floors, you know. Run them in the bathrooms, run them around the bathtubs and stuff, so the bathtubs would be pre-warmed. I mean, you just do so much with it.
Yeah, that one place I just mentioned, it had a triple 6 mil vapor barrier underneath, 4-inch compressed foam that's for under the concrete. Underneath it were the rebar and stuff, so the concrete sat on top of this nice insulated pad.
Wow.
Those people dumped a lot of bucks into that house. That's when I was doing construction probably 40 plus years ago.
Yeah, Ken, down in Devon, a bunch of warehouses down there in the valley, that's how they all heated it. Well, they go run all the tubing down there after they got all the rebar and everything, and then they just came in and poured the floor and stuff, and that's what they used for storage, for heated storage.
We had to run all the water supply lines overhead because it was a full concrete floor underneath of this thing. The only thing was in that concrete besides the rebar and the foam insulation underneath of it was all those tubings for the different zones for that boiler to heat up.
Right? Yeah, you know, like I said, if you ain't doing and pouring the concrete, man, and you ain't watching the pressure gauge and you see that PSI start dropping, man, you better figure it out real quick.
Yep. And, gosh, I love doing those sweat solder joints for the copper and stuff. That's so easy. I see people struggle with that, but there's nothing hard about it.
Oh, dude, it's cool how that works, huh? Yeah, I mean, as long as you freaking deburr it, take a little piece of freaking cloth sandpaper, scuff it up a little bit, flip it, you know, put some paste around it, flip it in there, put some heat on there so it makes a vacuum on the tube. That's what they screw up, is they don't get the tube right, the heat in there where it draws it in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've seen discolored fittings because people overheating it trying to get the stuff in there where they flamed on the tubing itself, and God, yeah, I've seen some pretty weird stuff. You have too, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. You know, like I said, man, I was totally into it when we were doing the copper. You know, you move up from stapling the tubing up to, you know, running all the copper and stuff, you know, and at first, you know, it was kind of stressful doing all the joints and stuff, but once you get it down, man, it's just like magic, man. Just whoop, it don't take long, you know. What happens is they get it too hot, and then when it's too hot, it won't draw the solder in there, and the solder won't stick to the pipe because it's just too fucking hot, you know. It's just the right temp, man. You stick it up there, move it around there, a couple inches above the joint, down it. Let the heat kind of go right to the joint and frickin' stick the solder and whip it around there, man. It's just go whoop and leave it drop. Well, if you know you got the little tiny little, not a drip, but you got the hanger, the booger hanger on there, you know it's good to go.
Yeah, I always made sure that do that emery cloth there, clean it all up, get that flux paste on there, and set that thing together, and then just get that flame set about right, and then start heating that joint. When it's just about right, then you start dumping that solder, and you'll know when it's right. It draws it right up in there, just sucks it right up like it's thirsty.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of cool watching it suck it right in there. It's just like, boom. Like I said, and you know you got enough in there, and it leaves a little drip, but not quite fully done in there. I said, you know, clothing it up, putting the paste on it. I mean, all the prep work to do it right. And when you heat the joint up, you got your torch right. You shouldn't be heating that joint up for more than 20, 30 seconds. It should just draw right in.
Yeah, and you shouldn't have that flame on that torch going full bore either. Just kind of a medium flame. You got to have pretty high heat on it, and you don't want to get a lot of heat on there for a long time because it'll damage that brass fitting.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing too, is the guy trying to figure it out, he'll have the damn fitting halfway down in the flame to say using the tip of the flame, you know.
You just kind of want to lick it at the right points to keep it the right temperature so the solder just flows right. Each one of them joints don't take very long. You can whip through a whole house pretty quick on those.
You gotta make it just fucking lick it.
If you ain't gonna lick it, you might want to flick it.
Oh, shame on the mess. Yeah, I dropped that fucking crank right in there in that block, man. It's just sitting there spinning like it's on air.
Yes. Yeah, I liked working on the older stuff. I mentioned that the pre-70s is what I'll say. But I like doing a lot of that, tear the engines down, you know, and get in there checking clearances, out around this tapers, and seeing what you got to do to rectify the situation, you know.
Oh, yeah. Just check the thrust on it, man. 3 to 6 on it. It's right on 3. For you?
Yeah, I always did that, check how much end play there is, how bad's that thrust bearing there in that crank, and I always plastic gauge the bearings just to make sure they weren't too tight or too loose.
Yeah, plastic gauge works good, man. You can get a good estimate, you know, with your caliper and stuff, but people underestimate the plastic gauge, you know. Yeah, I stuck a dial indicator on the end of the crank and got the check on it, man, right on the fucking money. Yeah. Just getting ready to clean up the caps and check the tolerance on the mains and everything looking good. I guarantee it's on the money. And then I got throw the rods in there, the pistons, mock it up and make sure the HB rods are gonna fucking clear the cylinder walls and everything. See if I gotta do any massaging or anything there. And then when I get that, make sure it's gonna clear the cam lobes and everything. Make sure everything's good to go. Take it all back apart. Clean everything back up. You know? Start bolting shit together, right?
Oh man, I always made sure I checked that ring end gap. Run each one of them rings down there towards the bottom of the stroke and check the gap on the ring there and see if you got a file with them. If you got them too tight, they'll start hanging when the engine beats up.
Well, yeah, you want to gap your rings down at the bottom of the bore where the rings haven't ran. That's where your true bore is, you know. Most people, they gap them at the top and then, you know, the bore's not perfectly true or symmetrical. And yep, I already got all those down, brother, every one of them. Cylinder 1, 029 at the bottom, 0.033 at the top. On the fucking top ring, second ring, I got 2.9 and 3.4. And it's got fucking 4,000 taper in it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention is the reason I checked them at the bottom is because the cylinders tend to have taper from the ring wear, you know. You start getting down about 8,000, you should have already rebored that thing, though.
Right. Yeah, I checked every cylinder. I keep notes, you know, on all my stuff. Got it all wrote down right here. Every cylinder, so I keep track of the bore taper per cylinder and whatnot, you know. Yeah, this motor's all fucking sweet, man. It's fucking, like I said, it's got less than 3/10,000ths of an inch of bore taper. You're allowed 12.
Yeah, I know you can get away 11's kind of the breakover my dad always went with, but you know they taught us in school when you get up to 8,000s, you know, especially if you're running that thing hard or it's a high performance, around 8 to 10,000s, you should have already done something about it.
Yeah, 10. You know, a loose motor, man, is a happier motor than a tight motor. Got less of a chance of scuffing a piston, you know. It all depends on the piston you stick in there. If the piston's brittle, you ain't gonna get away with it. You put a soft piston in there, you know, forged pistons, you can run them sloppy because they're forged and rattle in there, you know. And they expand so fucking much and shrink, you know. The hyperkinetic piston's pretty much the go-to piston on a straight because it's got enough strength with the silicone in it compared to just an aluminum cast piston. But honestly, you get away with a lot with an aluminum cast piston because it's soft, man. You know, something gets in between the skirt and the cylinder wall, the piston is going to, just like a bearing, it'll stick into, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it'll kind of smooth itself into the surface of the skirt on that piston. Yeah, a lot of the taper is just from the ring wear, but you'll find you got more taper on the one side of the cylinder than the other because of the piston flap, because the piston always flaps the wall on its way back down.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. That's what all the time gets into it, man, when you get down to nits and gritties on it, man. It's nice because when I pull out my Show's fucking 1970 3.5-inch thick book, I got all my papers in with all my notes, you know. So I can always go back, figure it out. Just like this one, after I got done, I wrote down it's got 47 foot-pounds of brake on the crank when I got the whole motor together, timing chain in, everything done. You just motor ready to drop in, you grab fucking torque wrench, see how much resistance you got on it, so you can always check it, you know. Simple shit, but you know, keep track of shit, man. Keeps the wallet a little thicker.
I bought an Oldsmobile back in the 70s, convertible. It was the Delmont convertible. Had that big 425 6.8 in there. And the guys I got it from, this is in the Marine Corps, they rebuilt it off base at the auto shop and rebuilt the motor, put it back in the car, and it wouldn't turn over. It just would not turn over. You could not get that motor to turn over. And they kept trying to turn it over. I bought the car for $50 from the guy. And I went down there and I'm checking it. Can't even turn it over with a breaker bar. Pulled the engine back out. Got the wrong thickness of bearings on the crank. That frickin' thing was sandwiched in there so tight, there's no way you're going to get that thing turned over. Change them crank bearings out, that thing ran great.
Yeah, Ken. I've seen shit like that happen. Try to put a motor together, and you know how the connecting rod, it's got a flat side and you got a bevel side, because the bevel side goes towards the radius on the crank weight. Yeah, when people get that wrong and they stick it in there and it won't turn over.
Yeah, they do have a definite, this side goes this way and that, because even the oil squirt port comes off the one side, off the top edge next to the rod. That squirts your cylinder. And if it's not pointing the wrong way, it's just going to squirt itself right back into the oil pan. You have dry cylinder.
Yeah, Jen. Yeah, somewhere like that. But yeah, because on the shoulder on it, you got a bevel on one side to fit the radius of the crank, and then the other side's flat where it touches the other connecting rod, and then the other connecting rod has a radius on the opposite side. But I've seen guys have the rods flip around and do the same thing, you know. And, I mean, the easiest way to do it is you put one end, one piston, one rod, and you rotate the crank. And as you do it, if you did something wrong, you'll know exactly where you did it. But, you know, some guys just get in there and bang it all in. Like I said, you know, they do the ring gap, but they do it at, you know, the top middle of the bore, and, you know, they don't get down there and fucking, bam, then they get a pinched fucking ring down there, and they can't figure it out because it's just catching a little bit when they're turning it over until it actually bites in there, you know. Like I said, it'll have a taper. You know, you can see the witness marks up there where the ring expands when it fires, because that's what it's supposed to do. Gas pressure is supposed to go behind the ring and make it bite the wall, and that's why you get those witness marks on the first, you know, inch wrench on there, and then it goes away because, yeah, that's when your power starts going away. Everybody thinks it's got all that drive power going all the way down the bore, and it don't. It's just the first 2 inches where all the power's at.
Yeah, and then no, I'm not going to cut the ring ridge out. You drop the pistons down in there, you got your new rings in there. You did hone it out and stuff. You crank her over and you can't figure out why within 50 miles that it's starting to run a little funny. And you don't realize that you didn't pull that ring ridge out there and it just took you and ate some of them top rings off those pistons.
Oh, yeah, I snap a landing right off it. You know, there's some technical shit that's got to be right. But, I'm so meticulous when I put shit together, you know. That's why my shit will run and run for a long time. This other motor's been together for 33 years. It's had 3 sets of aluminum heads on it, 2 iron sets of heads, 4 camshafts, and 1 crank put in this block. It's finally coming out. I'm retiring and putting this other block together and putting the guts in it in this other block. Yeah, you know, and I mean, I can drove this car to fucking work, put a lumber in the back, hatch up, demolition, demo, throwing roofing in the back of it, running ups and downs. People go, you're fucking crazy. I had no way I'd use that car for a demo car. Yeah, I drove it. I got pictures of it on base, fucking loaded with fucking roofing demo hanging out of the back, hatch won't even shut, ladder stuffed in it, tools, using it for a truck. This car, it ain't no little soft car, right? It ain't like one of them cars that sit in the garage and whatnot, man. It's a workhorse.
Well, it's what they're supposed to do, you know? Gosh. Heck, I used an old 64 Ford station wagon. It had one of those Country Squire with the fake wood grain on it. It had that 390, and I used that for a work truck for a number of years.
Country Squire! Well, they were talking about, not Gonzo, but I got a few. Smugger was talking about the Vista Cruiser, and I was thinking, yeah, and then he had the Country Town and Country, and he had the Country Squire, and one of the guys in DS goes, whatever happened to them? He goes, minivans came out. Oh, that was the exact same thing. I was thinking that's why nobody has station wagons, because it came out with a minivan. It replaced it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, those main station wagons, those were workhorses. The Vista Cruiser, the Ford had their Country Squire. Gosh, what the heck? Even Rambler had a freaking station wagon with 6 in it that was a workhorse back then.
Oh, you know the coolest thing is when you start watching, you know, the late 60s, early 60s drag racing, and you see them guys pulling up in a trailer with a station wagon, a Country Squire, a Vista Cruiser, and that motherfucker's got a fucking big-ass old-school trailer on it, not the new aluminum shit, old-school trailer on there with the fucking, what? Shoebox 55, 52, all them old-school gasser cars up on the trailer, all the equipment, extra tires, everything loaded on this freaking station wagon pulling up, and where's the hitch and ball mounted, dude? The fucking bumper.
Yeah, you can put 20 bales of hay in a 1961 Ford ranch wagon.
They didn't have those bumper pads where they'll fall.
Well, in and on it.
No.
Oh yeah, my parents, they were water skiers. They buy a boat in the summer, sell in the winter, next spring buy another boat. Yeah, my whole family grew up water skiing. All the cars had hitches on it, and back in them days, all you go down there and buy a hitch down there at Shucks or whatever, and yeah, all they did was drill out your holes right in the bottom of them big steel bumpers, and then there might be a bracket that goes down there past the gas tank that bolts on it. That's about it.
You could get that. Now, U-Haul had one that used a weird chain, double chain hook on it. That sucker was solid, and it was legal to bolt that thing under your bumper with that just hooks on there. That was those things were the bomb. And you could get the tow bars that just kind of bolt onto your front. They just clamp onto your front bumper. You tow the car where you're going. Man, I'd like to see you try that with one of the cars nowadays. Pull on that front bumper, see what happens.
Oh yeah, dude, I can get one of those hitches for the Nova, old school classic hitches. Yeah, they got the little fucking V-clamp that clamps right up on top of the chrome bumper, the steel bumper, and wraps around there, and you just fucking latch it down. Yeah, right? Yeah, the fucking bumpers on this fucking Nova, dude. They're not just the steel triple neck chrome. It's just a cover. What's behind it is a fucking I-beam. They actually got I-beam fucking steel two-piece bolted together behind that piece of chrome. Yeah, these running bumpers, I think they weigh like 175 pounds. Yeah. 150 plus pounds in just two bumpers.
Hey, Gonzo, waving.
Gonzo's a mud duck.
Well, round 10. Hey, 597, you best just lay the fuck down, break.
Top of the day, bud. I'm just out here having some drinks, putting this motor together, talking some shit, talking some facts, I don't know, talking, hogging it up. I'm hogging it up, kid.
597, always a pleasure, Mr. Shoebox. I'll get back out of your way.
Yeah, I like hot rodding.
Oh, man.
This is the cool shit, you know, back, when you're a kid and you put a model together, you open the box up and you can't wait, you just left Fred Meyers, you got your your model, got your paint, got your little paint brushes. If you're lucky, you can get a couple cans of paint, spray paint. Get that out, open that box up, start coloring up on a piece of yeah. But this shit, you can get behind the seat and have some fun, right?
Oh, man. Somebody keyed on you, man.
Car models, you bring them home, start cutting the parts out and sanding all the nubs and everything, getting them all smooth, and do body work to them before you even paint them. I remember that.
Right? Oh, yeah. I still got some models, man. I got some that ain't even been opened. I got a fucking Monza fucking model box. We still got all the plastic around it where you can make all the different Monza, the Spirit 76, the Spider, the regular Monza, and then I think I got a couple old school Mustang ones. I think I got a Nova one too. We found them at the antique store. That one down there on 96 and Pacific, about 100th and Pacific Avenue. Big antique mall there. Yeah, I mean, the wife used to stop there and whatnot, and found a couple of stuff there. I found a badass fucking Tug 8 down there. It was all original once, $30. Didn't even know what it was. But yeah, kind of cool shit. I don't know. Ain't got no value really, but it's cool still.
Oh man, I used to love going through those second-hand shops back in the 60s and 70s. Valuable treasures and stuff. Anyway, I gotta go get my critters fed. I'll be back out here in a bit. Shoebox.
Yeah, Tim. How you doing, Gonzo, man? You must have them cars all washed up now. Right? Gonzo got pollen on his cars?
Oh, I don't know. I'll be back in a bit. I gotta get my critters fed.
Yeah, Red dropped that 409 in that fucking Camaro, so now he's getting all serious, so now I had to pull something out of the corner and get a little more serious. You know how it is, man. Yeah. It's how it always happens with me in Red. The motherfucker pull out some heat, and I gotta pull out some heat, and he then pull out a little more heat, and yeah. A little friendly grudging going on, right? 409 cubic inches of sniper fuel injection against 357 cubic inches of dual quad carbureted. Yeah, that's a pretty good matchup. You know what? Hey, Gonzo. Damn. Gonna be able to go out there 40 laps and just fucking rip it up. Don't worry about the ball. Somebody pull out front. You just don't let it happen, man.
Yeah, they're fucking infected losers.
Yeah, they just did a study on testicles and found that there are microplastic particles in pretty much every guy's testicles.
Trying to make a bull
In my testicles?
original motherfucker.
Yeah, the testicles. What's really disturbing is you get PVC in there, and some of the stuff that's with the PVC are endocrine disruptors, so they can make you sterile.
Yeah, you stoned right now, motherfucker. Go get another beer, motherfucker. You sound stoned tonight. Good boy.
Yeah, I know you believe you understand what you think I said, but I'm not sure you realize that what you heard is not what I meant. I'm not stoned.
Yeah, go have another shot, motherfucker. You sound stupid just like trailer trucks tonight. Good boy.
Oh, just to let you know, your testicles are full of microplastic. They just said you can Google it. Microplastics in testicles. Interesting.
3 pounds of microplastic in Wiener Bender's testicles.
Nothing is. Huge, enormous. Motherfucker. Good boy.
Yeah, they said your pussy's large, yep.
Yeah, couple yourself, motherfucker. Shut up, you piece of shit. You and your micro shit. Good boy. He's such a fake imitation, motherfucker. You have to say it right or get out of my country. Good boy. You sound as stupid as the fucking troll out there. Good boy.
Hey, Needle Dick. Hey, Needle Dick. Go lay down and lick your dish.
Needle dick, you got a breaker.
Hey, troll, I mean, troll out there on frequency. Your fucking brother. Good boy.
Oh, come on. Shit, I can't. I gotta turn my squelch down here, you dumbass. Get you in a trailer park, come back out.
Yeah, I'm waving Gonzo. Good evening, Gonzo Trailer Park.
Yeah, that's gonna be my drifting combination motor right there, Gonzo.
10-4. I don't pay any attention.
Hey, trailer pork. Fuck you.
Should be able to hang it out there right about fucking 7,200 RPMs. 7,500, somewhere right in there. Let her eat.
Oh, yeah, that Mike sounds really good. He's spitting at it.
It's almost 10 o'clock. It's time for you to go back in your cave and go to sleep, motherfucker. Couple.
Now you know why that Mike sounds good.
It's time for you to go to sleep too, you fucking drug addict. Couple.
Oh, you're funny. In a really queer sort of way.
Can't even hear that fucking cocksucker. Yep, old fucking wiener snitchel. If he's out there, man, he's got a weak radio. I can hear him. I almost got the static coming in. Almost. Come on, now, how the fuck somebody comes out here and tries being agitated on a fucking weak-ass radio like that?
What happened? I'll have to check the gate.
Oh, there you go. Check the gate. Roger that.
I'll check the gate. I'm waving at that
Yeah, look at that.
guy out there that told me to check the gate.
Yeah, Ken. Yeah. That fucking 55 antenna on top of my truck rack, man. Pacific Beach, parked right there, 100 feet from the ocean. Next stop, Korea. I keep that bitch up, fucking, I was talking on the gate all the way from fucking Pacific Beach, parked on the beach on a Saturday morning. 7 pounds on the gate. I gotta say, man, that's pretty fucking impressive with no skipper, nothing, just straight raw power. It's over 100 miles. At sea level. That meant I had to plow uphill through everything. That's a pretty damn good jump. Dodge heard me, man. He came back to me. He was up on a hill or something getting down. He was the only one I could hear out there.
That would explain a lot.
I don't know. He was up on a hill or something, but yeah, Dodge fucking came back to me. It was like Saturday morning last Saturday. Right around 8:30, quarter to 8. Yeah, fuck yeah. I figured somebody would be out there talking. It was Saturday morning. I couldn't hear nobody. I heard Dodge doing his Dodge thing. Dodge, da-da-da. And I keyed up, and he's like, what's going on, shoot?
I'm waving across the lake. I got the kid.
Hey, there you left though, right?
The kitty feeding, critter feeding at the same time. That way the cats go in.
Yeah, I was trying to get
Alright,
earlier when you guys were conversing, but
400, 600 miles, 100 miles. Montana. Yeah. Oh, man. I gotta say, that's setting the bar right there.
No, that's why I just came in. I heard you. That's why I said I was waving across the lake.
Right? Yeah. That's over 100 miles straight line right there, man. Like I said, sea level.
Hey, trailer number 10.
Beach, man. Less than 100 feet from the fucking ocean, right? Like I said, next stop, Korea.
Hey, number 10.
I know it's fuck out there, maybe. Why would be able to talk to me and why would this thing open up or whatever, but there's nobody out there, man. All I heard was Dodge up on the hill. It was about 3-4 pounds in my radio.
All the way, Ilwaco, all the way to Long Beach. And I think it might even go down to Ocean Park. That I'm not sure about.
Yeah, I was rolling down there, I was down at Ocean Shores, and then we ran up to Ocean City.
Anyway, it's all good over there, Zodiac. 45 kilo break.
Yeah, I was down there right between Ocean City and Ocean Shores down there on the beach when I fucking heard them.
I haven't rode since I've been off work very much. I'd have to do some short rides to see if I can physically take on a big ride.
Yep, all of us, same thing. So start riding your bike, get ready, and if you can do it in time.
I ain't gonna ride it, so you stay there and you do it.
You know, the only way I ride a bike is when I put my leg over there and I go, wham! And I kick that motherfucker and I twist the good out of race. It's a matter of the wife laughs at me and I go about riding a bicycle. I said, I tell you what, I got pedaled when I was 5 years old until I was a teenager. Now I just fucking twist the grip. Too much work.
I told him, you do too many wheelies and you're gonna fall over.
It sounded to me like you had a ramp.
There, I wind up
You remember the ramp where you ride up and everybody said, your dad said, don't ride that back that way.
ready to ride. They've been sitting on my porch. Got that one mountain bike and the cruiser. Make sure they're both rideable.
Anyway, I know I didn't listen to.
Got a blanket over it. That's right. Go over there and fucking wrap my leg up over that motherfucker.
Hey, my dad told me and I didn't listen either.
We can plan it so that we can all go.
KX 125.
Somebody's going to take
by 450 class at the World Championships. Kicked their ass 2 years straight in a row with a 125 and a 450 class. That's how you know you can ride.
Son Keith.
Well, I don't see no dead Keith.
Okay, so my radio's been adjusted so that
When I got up on the line,
Yeah, I don't know if you even have to worry about their Zodi. Sounds good over here anyway. 45 kilo goddamn break.
looked at me and pointing to the group behind me on the 125, thinking I was in a wrong class. Showed him the tag on the front plate. Showed him my armband on it. He was like, all right, thumbs up, you're good to go, man. No, baby. I'm running these 450s on this 125 KX 2-stroke. I'm going to show him how to get it done.
yeah, he's only hitting 2 bars here.
That's why you know why it's real, right? So I have to do that.
I ain't shit. I ain't shit at the gate. I assure you, them 450s. Oh yeah, when you got 50, 60 of them motherfuckers on the gate lined up and you're on 125. Yeah, I come out of the hole. I guarantee you I wouldn't fall out of the hole, but I tell you what, them 450s, all you do is you...
Holy shit, is he coming down the pipe for real?
You're on a hole.
45 kilo and I got down break.
Son, you don't hear nothing? You know you're coming in the first corner because all our 450s just let off the throttle.
Oh, 1, 2.
That's when you take that 125, you go wide, you go on the top edge of the berm, fucking fully pin, and you clear everybody. First jump, go.
1, 2, 3, 4. Audio check 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2. Audio bring. Hey, I'm just trying to see where this thing's at right there.
Yep, the new V-anal switch. You know, usually I leave the new V-anal switch on, but fuck, you know. That does make a difference on. In a truck, man, it really don't matter because there's so much RF interference when you're cruising. Fuck, man, you're running a minimum of 9-pound squelch in a vehicle, man, even with a good filter system. Because, yeah, well,
Number 10.
base station to get on it, man.
I was that dirt man.
Yeah, you really can tell, man, how strong someone's base station is when not from base to base, but just when you get in might be on dry ride when you talk to somebody, you can really tell you got your shit dialed in because you're either going to have a conversation or you're not.
Where I went.
Audio I have, baby.
I do have a little crackly static there. There goes. I got my anal nubs turned on.
You already got it back on? Yeah, it was pretty loud this morning, man. Yesterday was horrible.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But I tell you what, man, I checked that match on that antenna out there right now, and that shit is flat. There's not even 1 watt reflect coming out of that bitch.
30 watt scale, got down break.
Mine's on a bird, so you take 250 watts, and you figure out what the percentage of less than 1 watt that is. So, yeah, whatever less than 1 watt, we just call 1 watt. 1 watt reflect at 250.